Hey guys, so today I'm going to be repotting these two trees. The one on the left is a Madagascar dragon tree, as you can see right here. And it has these two, at the beginning of summer, these two new parts coming out of it. And then there's also on this other tree, also a new part coming off. And then here is the avocado tree. Now I'm actually going to be planting the avocado tree into a smaller pot, and I'm going to be planting this dragon tree into a bigger pot. So I'm going to take one of the pots that we would normally use for like the front porch and like plant flowers in, and that's what I'm going to plant the dragon tree into. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to take it out of that one, and we're going to see what I'm going to do with that, because I have, my plan is I have a pot that is smaller than this one, about that size, but it's not raised like that one is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant it in the middle of it, because it's not even planted in the middle. And we're just going to see once I take it out, because if its roots are like really around this one, then I might just repot it in that one or a similar one or something. And then I cut out some pieces of wood here that I'm going to be using as stakes. So I'm not sure. This one will probably go in with this dragon tree here, and I might even wrap the tree around it just because. And then I have a rubber band that I'm going to, or I'll use that like a bit of string or something to get it to it, so then it grows up straight, because neither one of these are really growing up straight. And then I'll probably use this one here for the avocado tree. So I'm gonna go get the pots and I guess kind of just dump these out. I don't know how this is gonna work, so okay guys, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to be planting that into this pot and then this into that pot. So this will have a lot more space, and that will actually have less space, but I just don't think it really needs that whole pot, and it kind of looks bad. It's just kind of ugly, but it'll be a lot better with this plant in it. So I guess I'm just going to kind of dump this one out now. We're just going to see how it goes. So I took it out, and it didn't have a whole lot of roots. Also, the pot was like filled with water, because I didn't realize that the pot didn't have a hole in the bottom. So the dirt was like super wet, and when I tried to put it into the pot over and over again, I ended up breaking off all the dirt on the roots, and plans changed. Okay guys, so a change of plans. This avocado is going to be replanted in completely all new soil, my mix, and this way I'll actually be able to keep it in my room. And basically what happened was, when I took it out and it was in like its ball of substrate, I moved it around, and when I moved it around, all that substrate fell off. So at that point I was like, well, I might as well just wash off all its roots, which aren't very many, and replant it into my soil, wash the whole plant off, which I just did. And also I had this pot that I just scrubbed and washed as well. So the soil that I put in it, I just dumped out, and then I hosed off this pot, and it's completely clean in there, as you can see. So now I am going to plant it in my soil, so then I can add it to the collection of plants in my room. At this point, I honestly didn't have very much hope for it, because I've tried this before with avocado trees, and they always seem to die whenever I repot them and remove the soil, especially. I'm sure repotting them's fine, but just the fact that I removed the soil, didn't have a whole lot of hope for it. So then I came back outside and started working on the dragon tree, and I was having trouble trying to get it out of the pot, so I had my dad help me, and we did end up getting it out of the pot. It was like really root bound, but I think it's been in that pot for years and years and years. So I tried to take some of the dirt off around. If you're used to planting trees, then you know that's kind of important. And then I planted it in this bigger pot with room to grow for the future. And then I set it on this towel to wipe it off and everything, so then I could bring it inside. So sadly, it seems that my feelings towards the avocado were correct, that since I really didn't mean to do this. I meant for it to just repot it, and I'm sure it would have been fine, but it was just the fact that all the soil broke off. And then at that point I was like, well, I might as well just try to bring it in my room, because, you know, I'd rather it be in here, honestly. So right now I have a bunch of avocado trees that I'm germinating, and I will be growing them from the beginning in my soil, and then I'll either plant another, well, I don't know what I'll plant here. I have this plant, which I don't even know what it is, but it's some type of tree. So I've thought about that, or I could try, I'm trying to propagate a few things. If I could get those to go, then I'd put it in this pot, but I don't really feel like emptying out this pot, but I have really no hope. Like all these leaves are fully dead. And I'm assuming that it's just gonna harden up. I've been watering it and everything. I just don't think that it took to the soil properly, which I'm pretty bummed about. Not mainly because my dad really liked the tree, which is kind of disappointing. But well, disappointing that it makes it more disappointing that I killed it. But I have a long time to grow more avocado trees, so I'm not really worried about it. They grow really well during, like, it's really easy to get them to grow out in a garden during the summer, which is actually where this one came from. We got like a bunch from my grandma because she just threw a bunch of avocado seeds in her garden, and she had like a bunch of trees by the end of summer, and we took some, and only one lived, and it was this one. And the only reason it like grew all these leaves was because we put it outside during the summer. So I'm hoping that if I get one used to being growing in here, then it'll grow well, but we'll see. And then the dragon tree here is doing quite well, and I think it's good that I have this here to help it grow, but it's been doing pretty much fine. I mean, no real problems. I probably need to water it, but again, this pot, which is what the avocado tree was in, doesn't have any drainage holes, which now I think about it, I probably should have screwed some in, but I just don't want to overwater it because I'm worried about doing that. So hopefully I do not do that, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like it down below. If you have any comments or concerns, put in the comments below. And if you want content, then subscribe. Have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in the next video.